Hey there, I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate.
And today we're taking a look at BattleFish by Think Inc. Productions. BattleFish is a game for 2 to 6 players. It takes about 40 to 60 minutes, and it's for players 8 and up.
In BattleFish, players are going to be competing against one another trying to find their hidden flag, trying to defeat other players' stacks of cards, and capturing the big red button. Real quick, we also want to let you know that we have a website. You can check our link down below in the description of the video and check out our cool shirts like what I'm wearing right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at BattleFish on the table down below. All right, I have BattleFish on the table here. Let me show you about this game. And as I get started, I do want to make sure to let you know everything you see is prototype. The final artwork and components may look different when it is released. That being said, in this game, you are an army of fish trying to protect your flag at all costs, trying to capture the other players' flags to eliminate them. In this game, you are going to have 2 player boards in front of you if you are playing individuals. If you're playing teams, then you and a teammate will split these player boards. You'll sit across from one another, and you will put your flag on one spot and your big red button card on the other spot. And you put these face down so none of the other players are for certain which card is which. Then everybody is going to be dealt a hand of cards, and these cards right here are going to have numbers on them ranging from 1 to 10, and these are basically your strength defense cards. And you place these face down on these slots here. And again, you can do this in whatever strategy seems best to you, placing maybe your heavier, bigger numbers, fortifying your flag, keeping it safe, or maybe you do that as a decoy and you put your bigger numbers in front of the big red button to make other players think that that's where you're hiding your flag. You choose however you want to do that, but you're going to have some cards left over that you can put multiples on a stack, and you can have as many as 3 cards on any one stack, but you can never have more than 3. Anyhow, that's part of the setup, and then you are going to shuffle in these special cards. Now, I don't have all of them out here. I just have a few that I want to show you what they do. But you shuffle these into this main deck, and these are cards that give you special abilities that can be taken at any point in the game, such as Reinforcements, which lets you take 2 actions on a turn. We'll come back to what the actions are here in a second. Spy, which lets you peek at another player's stack of cards before you choose to attack it. Then there's an Invasion card, which lets you double the value of one of your cards, whether you're attacking or defending. So that's really nice. And then you have the Bomb, which the bomb is going to divide an enemy's total in half. And so you are either, if they are the defending team, you're going to divide their stack in half, or if they are attacking you, you can divide their attack by half. However, you do have to be aware that there is a bowl of water that can put the bomb out and essentially negate the bomb card. Now, on your turn, you're going to be doing one of 2 things. The first is that you can attack. You're going to have a hand of 5 cards, and again, most of these are probably going to be the number cards here. And if you attack, you are saying that you are going to take on another player's stack. And so let's pretend that we don't know where the red player's flag is here, but let's just pretend that they have cards in all of these slots. And I have to attack going down the line. I can't just go straight for the flag. I have to start on the front line here. And I don't know what that card is. So unless if I have a peek or a spy card, then I am going into this blind. But maybe I have some really good cards here, and I feel pretty confident that I can take on whatever that card is. I can play up to 3 cards, and I do that face up, and let's say I say that I think I feel pretty good with a 5 and a 4, because that's 9. The only thing that can beat me is a 9 or a 10. All ties go to the defender. If I'm good with this and my opponent has no special cards that they are wanting to play against me, such as, again, say maybe a bomb, then we'll go ahead and flip over what that card is, and it happens to be a 9. That's bad luck for me because I tied. Now, if the attacker loses, the defender wins, then they get to take up to 3 cards that were involved in that battle to put into that stack. in which in this case there were only 3 cards. So they could take the 2 cards that I used, and now that stack has become an 18 and not a 9. So I just did them a big favor. Now, let's say that this was the other way around, and I played these 2 cards on my turn in the attack. 13 against a 5, I would win, and so this stack would go away, as well as the cards that I used, and now I am 1 step closer to getting to, hopefully, what is that player's flag. Now, you do have the big red button over here. And so let's say that I tried to attack the big red button and I played, I don't know, let's say I just played these 3 cards right here. And that is a total of 10. Now, I would never do this because the flag and the big red button are always 15. So this is 15 points in and of itself. So if you're attacking one of the red base cards here, you know you at least need 16 in order to win. But if I attacked the big red button, and if I were to win against the big red button, then I get to take this and put it into my hand, and it counts as a 15-point card that I could use in another future attack or defense, because the second thing you can do on your turn, I said at the beginning you can do one of 2 things. Well, the second thing is you can fortify. And when you fortify, you are going to be taking cards from your hand and adding them to a stack. And again, each stack can only ever hold 3 cards. But say maybe I wanted to fortify this stack right here. I could take 2 cards from my hand and put them on that stack. Now, I could also take cards from a stack and put them back into my hand. That way I could maybe exchange some not so great cards in my hand for better cards that are out here somewhere on my board. You can fortify your base card stacks. However, you can never take up your big red, or the flag card, excuse me. You can never take that back up into your hand. Your flag has to stay out here. That's pretty much the gist of the game. You want to protect your flag at all costs because the moment your flag is captured, you are eliminated, and you want to be the last person surviving, and that is how you play BattleFish. Let's go back up top and share our thoughts on this. All right, we're back, and we're going to share our thoughts on BattleFish, some of the things that we liked about it, and the highlights of this game. Share our thoughts as far as a gamer's opinion goes and a non-gamer. And so, Sam, you are the non-gamer. What are some thoughts that you had about BattleFish?
Well, when we played, we were able to play it with our 2 oldest, who are 9 and 6. So I think the age recommendation is very accurate. Our 6-year-old played with me on a team because she doesn't quite understand the strategy aspect of it yet, but she did understand the game. She understood what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
And she was able to help me. And our 9-year-old was able to pretty much play by himself with a few little hints here and there. But it was a really, really fun game. It's pretty easy to understand, pretty quick, very quick to set up. Mm-hmm. And the setup is kind of part of the fun as well, trying to hide your flag. And
yeah, that's the strategy part of it.
Yeah. And the time recommendation was right on as well.
Yeah, Anna, our daughter, is the one who played with you, and she just wanted to be very aggressive and attack, and not really holding back to fortify and set up her own defense. So,
but she got it. She understood.
She had fun. Yeah, she had fun playing it, and so it's definitely a unique game where you are trying to maybe trick people into thinking where your flag might be, by saying, I'm going to put all my high numbers over here and make you think my flag's here, but really it's over here kind of thing. It really brings back thoughts of Stratego, which I know you probably don't know anything about that game, but I'm sure some of you out there know Stratego, and it was a capture the flag type game. This kind of has that same feel to it. The artwork is a million times better than Stratego, and it's actually fun. Stratego got really old pretty quick. This is a whole lot more fun than that game. And plus, it's got this unique team mechanism where you can play in teams. You can sit across from your teammate, and one of you has one board, the other has the other board, and you're trying to trick the players into, which one has the flag, which one's got the big red button. And you're trying to figure everybody else's out too in that same regard. So that's a fun experience. There's a lot of tense moments whenever you are attacking a person's stack and you're not quite sure what's in their stack, and you're thinking, oh, do I have enough, or am I overkilling? Am I burning too many cards to take out this person's stack? That's fun. That's a fun experience. What did you think about that as a non-gamer?
Yeah, I thought that was really, you really had to strategize. There was more strategy to it than I thought when we initially set it up. And that was definitely part of it. And then the other cards that you get.
The special cards,
yeah. The special cards. Some of them were, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to use this. And then as you go on and play, you realize, I think the first time I got something about the water.
Oh, the bowl of water.
Yeah, a bowl of water. And I was like, I don't understand this. But then you see the bomb later on,
comes, right.
And you realize, that's what I need to save.
That bowl of water is really important in that moment.
Yeah, I think I got rid of it the first time. And then I was like, I should have probably used that.
I should have held on to that one.
But things like that, again, helps with the strategy and just kind of helps your gameplay a little bit.
Yeah. And those special cards really add a lot of twist to the game, too. It's not just who's got a higher number type of mechanic.
Yeah, especially the ones where you divide the player's numbers by half, or you get to double one of your cards. So you think you know what a player has because you've seen it, but you don't know what their special cards are. So it does make a difference.
Now, I will say that might not be for everybody. There were a few moments where our son... He kind of lost it because his bomb didn't work. And
he was sure he was going to win.
He was sure he was going to win. He had 2 bombs, and I had 2 bowls of water, and I squashed both of his bombs. He was not too happy about that. But this game is light enough that you're not investing so much time or mental energy and effort into it that when something doesn't go your way that you're completely put out.
Yeah.
This is one that you can kind of be like, oh, that stinks, and you regroup and you get ready for that next attack.
Yeah.
Or you get ready for your being attacked, because that's how this game can kind of work. You can feel like you're advancing and doing so well, and then on the flip side of that, you're gonna get attacked from the other side. So it's a fun balance there between that back and forth. So Sam, this, would you say, is a game that you would play with non-gamers? Is that one you would recommend? Yeah,
I think so. I think it is good. It definitely introduces some more strategy without being so overwhelming. I think it's great for younger kids, in that 8 and above age range. I think it's really good. So it's a good family game.
I would agree with that. I think it's definitely a good family game, especially in the teams mode, because if you have a big family and you want a game that you can have 6 people playing, 3 teams sitting across from each other and working together and saying, okay, on this turn let's attack this person over here, but we've got to protect against this attack over here. That's pretty fun to do with a teammate. Pretty cool experience on the teams, and the individual is fine too. It's a great experience. Lots of going on there when everybody is going against everybody. So that's BattleFish from Think Inc. Productions. It's running on Kickstarter. Make sure to check out the Kickstarter campaign, visiting that link in the description of the video down below.
Also, make sure to like and subscribe and push that bell button so you get notifications of all our new content.
I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.